Hello guys, and welcome to the ProDota Cup series by Smashcast TV. We are here in the last match of the day. This one is for sure because it's a best of 3. And guess what? It's match number 3. Nasty Potatoes will be fighting out the Mongols in this very important match that decides who stays in the winners brackets and who goes right to the losers. Nasty Potatoes win the first game in a very convincing manner. In fact, I was almost certain they were going to win 2-0. But after all, the Medusa from the Mongols in that second game completely destroys them. And a couple bad teams from Nasty Potatoes get really punished by the Mongols. And they learn how to play. I mean, the Mongols knows what Nasty Potatoes' strategy is. And they completely destroy them in the late game with a really good Medusa pick. Now we're here in game number 3. And we don't know what's going to happen. It's actually really intense. Both teams are wanting to stay in the winners brackets. But of course, a single bad step, a single mistake can send them right tumbling down into the losers brackets. Let's see what happens. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. And let's get right into the draft, shall we? We have Nasty Potatoes banning out the Earth Spirit, of course, the Shadow Shaman, of course, and the Ursa. I mean, they've learned. They know that the big thing in Mongol's team is Proxy. Proxy has been playing an amazing Shadow Shaman last game and an amazing Earth Spirit every single game. So, no wonder they're banning out those as respect bans. The Ursa as well, partially because Sanke plays a good Ursa, partially because Mongols just love the Ursa, and maybe because Nasty Potatoes want to pick up the Lifestealer, a classic on TMT, in addition to the Weaver and the Terrorblade, both banned out by the Mongols, I understand. Now, the Warlock and the Monkey King picked up for Nasty Potatoes, whereas the Mongols, as I said, they banned out the Terrorblade, the Weaver, and also the Ricky and the Trim Protector, picking up the Clockwork and the Witch Doctor. Interesting first ban Ricky, as opposed to first ban Trim Protector. Probably wanted to force out the Trim Protector ban from the enemy team, thinking, oh, maybe we'll pick it. Surprise, surprise. No. Mind games that don't work. However, what I do like, Shadow Fiend also banned out by Nasty Potatoes. Okay. Let's see what the Mongols is going to do, though, with the draft. Because for now, Witch Doctor and Clockwork don't tell me much about their draft. It's more, you say, okay, well, I want ganking out some lanes to stay in. That makes sense. And Witch Doctor combined with a variety of supports is really strong. But combined with Clockwork as a support can work also nicely if they decide to run it that way. However, last game Masquerade was a pretty good Clockwork, so I would not be surprised if Mongols just decide to run Masquerade Clockwork offlane, Witch Doctor combining with someone like an Ogre Magi, for example. They take advantage that way. The Wadiuka's Ogre Magi was not that great. The Crystal Maiden is also a great possibility for the Mongols. The Witch Doctor is not the best position for. He has a decent attack damage. It can be a pretty good offensive position for. And even though his roaming potential is not that great, getting him farm and being able to get an Aghanims on him is fantastic. So that's a great plus for the Mongols. Nasty Potatoes, on the other hand, picking up a Monkey King and a Warlock, which is a Chaotic Offering plus a Wukong's Command. That's some really good teamfight spells. In addition to that, Monkey King and Warlock both secured some nice lanes, and Monkey King and Warlock can be in a tri-lane if you really want to zone out the enemy offlaner, and he can't do anything against you, obviously, because, well, I mean, you're a fucking Monkey King Warlock. These two are ridiculously strong in the early game. Shadow Ward plus, obviously, the combination of the Jingle Mastery completely destroy what Nasty Potatoes, what the Mongols can bring to the table. We'll see Phoenix now being picked up by the Mongols as their second support, seemingly. But most likely not. Most likely not going to be a Phoenix in the offlane. Wouldn't make much sense, frankly. Oh, what just happened with it? Alright, that was new. That just froze. Wow, that is really badly optimized. Jesus Christ. I don't know what Dota has with my hardware specifically, but Jesus, I need to reinstall the game or something. It's crashing every couple minutes. Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. Right, getting back into the game. Sorry about that little disconnection, but as you can see, again, I can't really do much about it, and sorry for showing that in the recording as well. But Nasty Potatoes and Mongols now with their third picks each. Phoenix for the Mongols, I think a support Phoenix most likely, and an offlane Clockwork, running it well with now running with a Troll Warlord, which is interesting because it's not the greatest combination with anyone here in the Mongols. Maybe Clockwork to some degree, but it is pretty powerful to not make the Phoenix die, so that the enemy team can't pick Troll Warlord in the mid lane, which is a possibility for Ponlo, so I like that idea. Nasty Potatoes picking up a Juggernaut to, again, lane sustain with a Warlock, a lot of healing as well with a Warlock and the healing ward itself. And Juggernaut's reduced BAT, make it so that attack speed reduction on him is not as effective and usually has a natural good attack speed anyway. Did it just block again? What is wrong, Dota? Alright, really sorry about this, guys. I really do apologize for this issue. It's not my stream, it's not my computer, it's The software from Dota. I've restarted this multiple times already. I don't really understand what I need to do better. Okay, finally back into the draft. Right, Nasty Potatoes, 4th pick. What are they gonna do? A puck? Okay. I was gonna say, probably a puck, because Pablo doesn't play many things, and if you're gonna lose, or if you think you're gonna lose this last game, the easiest thing to do is go for your secure heroes. Pablo's hero pool is probably the easiest one to envision, so it's actually surprising they don't just ban the puck, for example, or the Queen of Pain, and then Pablo would be screwed. But that's beyond the point. They actually let him pick the puck, and they now have a bit more team fight for the guys in Nasty Potatoes. I guess they don't want to use a respect ban on a puck, right, because they don't care that much about a hero. But Paulo is really just only good on the puck and the Queen of Pain. He's only comfortable in those 2 heroes, from what I've been able to tell. The Waiting Rift is also fantastic on the Phoenix. A Legion Commander would have been fantastic as well for Nasty Potatoes in combination with the Warlock and obviously the Wukong's Command. You would get some nice duels, but it's not going to happen this game. Mongolz don't want to let that happen at all, especially with the lane domination they've already secured. They don't want to let the Warlock Legion Commander come out. They might just force out like a Magnus pick from Nasty Potatoes. And we have seen DSwordfish play a Magnus. In fact, they actually have a lot of options here if you're Nasty Potatoes. You have the Magnus option, the Omni Knight option, the Abaddon. The Abaddon feels particularly good because you can actually dispel the Troll Warlord stun. The TA ban for Mongolz makes a lot of sense against the puck. Yeah. I'm probably going to pick Lina for Mongolz. Just because they like the Lina versus the puck matchup. Nasty Potatoes. If it's knowing Death Sama, Abaddon, or Omniite, specifically Abaddon looks really good, and Abaddon is great against the Phoenix as well, and can't really get killed by the Clockwork. Or alternatively, you go for a classic and just the Magnus, because of course the Magnus is still in the pool. And yeah. Oh no, Nyx Assassin is the choice for them. Nyx Assassin is not bad against the Troll Warlord. That's an interesting Nyx Assassin pickup for Nasty Potatoes. I mean, he's going to be able to stop the Phoenix pretty well with the Spike Carpets and the Mana Burn as well, so that's nice. Not too weak against the Troll Warlord because of his high mobility, and obviously the extra stuns are great against the Witch Doctor because the Spike Carpets is it's a fantastic stun of Witch against the rest of the Mongolz team, so you can use Impale on the Witch Doctor or get like an area stun on the Witch Doctor. Essentially, that ward is not going to be an issue to you. And if the Clockwork does catch you with a hook shot and he does kill you, it's not that big a deal. You can always Impale him and put him in a difficult position and take away the Troll Warlord's damage for the most part, because he's not going to be able to hit you too hard if he's been impaled. Now the Mongols have to think of the last pick pretty wisely, because if they pick a Lina, the Nyx Assassin is really going to punish that pick, and OD similarly, so maybe those are not the picks. And Invoker as well. Nyx Assassin puts a lot of picks into peril, which the Mongols might not want to run. I still think the Lina would be a pretty good pick regardless of the Nyx Assassin. But they're going to run the Troll Warlord mid instead and pick up a Vengeful Spirit for Mongolz. Okay. That Vengeful Spirit pick, I mean, it worked last time, and I think this game with the Troll Warlord, they can utilize the pushing power for the Vengeful Spirit a bit better than the Medusa could, obviously. And more importantly, you do have some decent lanes with the Witch Doctor Phoenix assuring you a decent lane, and the offlaner for the enemy team, in this case the Nyx Assassin, even if he goes with a Warlock, can't put too much pressure into a Vengeful Spirit. In fact, you can even kill him with a Magic Missile if he's not careful, because it's still a good amount of damage that you're dealing onto him, and Vengeful Spirit scales well in terms of HP, so Nyx Assassin is not that worried. She doesn't get too much intelligence, which is great, so Nyx Assassin can take advantage of that. Being stunned is not that big a deal for the Vengeful Spirit, and yeah, in general, she's pretty strong against what Nasty Potatoes is bringing up, because the minus armor also works great against the Juggernaut because it traverses magical immunity. Similarly, with a swap, it traverses that magical immunity of the Blade Fury, and you can swap him regardless of where he is in the map, or sorry, where he is in the team fight, or well, if he's spinning or not. That piece of shit. So the Mongolz team is good. I think they have more synergy. In fact, I want to almost go for them, because they have much more synergy as a team. The minus armor plus the Troll Warlord, the Phoenix to get a bit of ulti damage. You combine that obviously, sorry, with the Clockwork as well to ensure some early ganks and a bit of snowballing. It all really depends on the execution again. And the first, like I said, the second game I like the draft for Nasty Potatoes more. The first game I like the draft for Mongolz more, and they both lost because the execution was deplorable by both teams. And those. in those games. Not deplorable, that's exaggerating. But obviously still not the best execution. They could execute the draft perfectly, or better, rather. And this game, we'll see if they do. I actually don't understand how they get these little differences in net worth. I don't know how the net worth is calculated, or exactly... It must be something to do with the tangos and how much these are worth, or how much they consider these to be worth for the tangos you give. Not entirely certain. Oh well. That's it, guys. We're finally in the last game of the day. It's a sad, sad thing to say because, well, it is the last game, so we don't get to cast more ProDota SEA Cup, but we're back tomorrow anyway, so don't worry about that. That said, guys, we are gonna see what Mongolz and Nasty Potatoes can bring us today. Let's present the teams. Let's present the teams real quick. My name is DSwordfish. I'll be your caster for today. And on the Radiant side, we have the Mongolz. Aryuka on the Witch Doctor in the support position. Carry will be Retribution on the Troll Warlord. In the off lane, a Clockwork played by Masquerade. As the carry, Eventual Spirit played by Sanke. And then finally, a support Phoenix in the name of Proxy. Whereas for Nasty Potatoes on the Dire side, we have Death Sama on the Nyx Assassin in the off-lane position, Crimson played by a Warlock in the support position, second support being the Monkey King here played by Eden, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Pondo on the Puck in the mid lane, and then finally as the carry, it's the Juggernaut played by TMT. Right, no stealing of the rune. I'm just a tango, guys, please. Oh, I'm a courier now. He's a courier now. I'm always surprised the courier's used for, you know, scouting one up, but nobody ever uses the courier to trick someone. It's like, why? Maybe they just think the courier's there and they just get excited. The courier's giving you something or whatever. You can just go to the mid lane, pretend to give something to the puck, force a rotation by the Mongolz guys. That'd be really funny. Now let's see. Mongolz is going to continue to put a bit, continue this. Well, let's look at the lanes actually a bit. We're going to see for the bottom lane, it's Mongolz with Sanke, Proxy, and Aryuka. Okay, so they've actually committed a lot to this lane. And they can't obviously. These three. No, Desama, careful. Shadow Word. They want to stun her out. No problem. All right. Well, this lane is pretty strong for Mongolz, so they're not going to have much issue stopping the Nyx Assassin. Even with the magic missile to bring him down. Unless they get these kind of plays though. What is Aryuka doing? Suffering a lot of damage for the Shadow Word, however the Impale also catches him out, but Crimson is also suffering the same amount of damage. Now with a paralyzing cast, they get a kill onto Aryuka. No, he commits suicide against the neutrals, and the first blood instead will go to the Mongolz. Proxy taking that first blood. Good job on the Phoenix. I guess early level 1, the Nyx still has a lot of power because he has a 4 HP regen, and the stun on the paralyzing cast is quite weak. But later on, especially when the Eventual Spirit gets her level 1 aura, then it's not going to be the same, because Proxy will get a huge damage boost, so will the Witch Doctor, especially the Witch Doctor has a high base attack damage, and then they'll start harassing it more often. Now in this mid lane, I kind of want to give it to the Puck, but it's only the Puck plays aggressively, and even so, the Troll Warlord can still put him in a difficult position. And that's that. I mean, it really depends on how Ponlo plays and if he's gonna play aggressively or if he's gonna. Sorry, how aggressively he's gonna play. Because the last 2 games we saw Ponlo playing a bit too aggressive and getting punished for it, especially with the rotations from Mongolz. Whereas usually Ponlo has a pretty good, you know, controlled aggression, especially against someone like Troll Warlord. The last hits should still benefit the Troll Warlord slightly if he's playing well, because the whirling axes are great for last hitting it early on. They can put a lot of pressure onto the Puck himself. Shouldn't have much trouble dealing with him, honestly, because the Waning Breath doesn't bother you too much. But we'll see. Meanwhile, top lane, actually going to go pretty well for the guys of Mongolz if they rotate the Witch Doctor here. Masquerade alone can't do much against a Juggernaut. As soon as he does Battery Assault, you start spinning and Masquerade is dead, right? And with the help of the Monkey King, they should be able to zone out this Clockwork without much trouble. The key here lies in, can Nasty Potatoes run 2 off lane or dual lanes, not get punished for this by running a tri-lane in the bottom lane, which is exactly what's happening, and, you know, destroy the Mongolz as a result. That is exactly what's happening right now. They're running 2 dual lanes, and for now, none of them are getting punished because they have stronger dual lanes than any team, and something that Mongolz has not realized. It's much more important to leave the Clockwork, you know, off lane instead of, and let him be an off laner, and then be sacrificed a bit instead of running 2 dual lanes. Especially because Nasty Potatoes has the advantage in the mid lane with the Puck to some degree. You know, right now he's already winning by a lot, but to some degree, this guy is much better off than the Troll Warlord. Basically because the Troll Warlord can't really stun him out or return any kills. That's the big issue. Which is a Puck can play pretty aggressively, and he has the possibility to get a kill on the Troll Warlord because of his Waning Rift and his damage. But okay, be careful by the way in the top lane. Masquerade and Eden are fighting. Okay, Eden almost dead, but TMT is the Mango. It's ready to rumble. With a Blade Fury level 3, did he just... Did he... Wow, TMT, man. That was a misclick. That must have been a misclick. He attacked the Clockwork by accident. And... Or hit him or auto-attacked him, even though you don't deal any damage with the Blade Fury. That was weird. That was weird. Oh well. That could have been a kill onto the Clocker, but he decided to let it be. Anyway, the whole point is that the dual lanes really benefit Nasty Potatoes here. And more importantly, they benefit leaving the mid lane matchup alone where there's no ganks. It's not like you can really gank him with Witch Doctor, so not like these picks of Phoenix and Witch Doctor are fantastic against Puck either way. But at least, at the very least, you could, put some pressure onto the Puck and at least force him out of lane, or deal some damage with a Maledict, or get some sort of counter kill with the Troll Warlord. But right now, the only thing that's happening is Palmer destroying the Troll Warlord. Especially, like I said, with that damage from the Waning Rift and the Illusory Orb, you put him in a really difficult position where he can die at any second, and you have no such damage. Oh, in comes the Phoenix. Why are you fighting against him? Proxy, this is a very dangerous play. Palmer is now going to turn around. Yeah, careful. Illusory Orb, he's actually playing pretty well here. The Phoenix was much more confident than I anticipated, and it worked out. He didn't even have the infused raindrops. He still didn't die. In the bottom lane, though, Sanke is being pursued by the Nyx Assassin. She is going to survive with just 50 HP, 30 HP in the end, thanks to eating a Tango and the Shadow Word not being too high enough level. With that, the Warlock sadly has to wobble home, and the Nyx Assassin won't be getting his kill. But the Nyx Assassin will still be getting a lot of space in this bottom lane. With 25 lances versus the Vengeful Spirits 22, this is exactly what we expect to see from Nasty Potatoes. Win all lanes. It might work out for them. It might work out for them. In this bottom lane, oh, they stopped the... Oh, that was a really good Spike Carpus. They could still kill the Phoenix if they're not careful. He has a Fatal Bonds and a Shadow Word onto him. How many creeps are left with Fatal Bonds? Just one. So they have to pile up as much damage as they can to kill this Phoenix, but I don't think this creep is going to be able to. 60, 50, 40. The creep is dead, I think. Yeah. That's done. That's done. I think he had a Tango as well, or somehow just has a... Yeah, he must have eaten a Tango or something, because otherwise he wouldn't have survived. That was a pretty good Spike Carpus then. Oh, and the Warlock in the bottom lane, dead. As TMT gets a kill in the top lane as well with a Blade Fury. Dead. That's Nasty Potatoes able to at least secure an off-lane kill. Honestly, for support, it's worth it. In terms of lane domination, I guess you give the Vengeful Spirit much more space, and you don't really want that, but you could deal with that later. That's the whole point. The Vengeful Spirit doesn't really... You don't really care too much about the Vengeful Spirit farming if your Juggernaut is farming, because he can get Yasha, Aquila, and whatnot, and he's going to outrank the Vengeful Spirit as a carry. And you also have Pawn. I mean, look at the net worth right now. It's only the Vengeful Spirit that's still up there. In terms of everyone else, it's really Nasty Potatoes dominating by quite a lot just in this early game. Granted, a single kill can really turn this around, but if the farming is going very much in your favor, it just looks hard for the enemy team to come back. But of course, it's always possible because the early game and nothing is determined here. Granted. And Nasty Potatoes are used to winning their lanes. Mongolz is not used to losing their lanes particularly, but they should expect this against a team like Nasty Potatoes. Oh, that someone just wasted his Impale. This could be the time for Ayuka to strike. Yeah, there's a TP as well. Pausing cast stuns both with Spike Carpus, but not good enough. I mean, Mongol's attack is not good enough as that someone just walks to go off. Meanwhile, on the top lane, the Juggernaut seems intent on killing this Clockwork. They're playing a very close 1v1, knowing that the Blade Fury can come in any second, and that they can attack it. Wow, that's a good range for Cogs. Okay. Surprising. I thought he was going to be hit by those Cogs. I guess not. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ponlo is going directly for the Blink Tagger this game, not the Veil of Discord, even though he has 2 no talismans. Oh, careful though. Masquerade. Gonna be selected the target of aggression by Eden. Masquerade is finding him out with a Primal Spring. There's a Dream Coil from the Puck, and he is destroyed because Ponlo just came in for a free kill and a tower. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, though, Ayuka manages to get a kill on Crimson. Desama still wants to fight here against this annoying Phoenix. He still has a Spike Carpus. We'll stun him out. One last hit is all he needs. He also has the Shrine. He's so determined to get it. There, he finally managed to finish him off. In fact, I think it was Crimson that got it by accident with a Fatal Bonds or Shadow Word or something. I'm not entirely certain, but whatever. They got the kill. Good job, Desama. Even using the Shrine, he heals back up completely. There's no issue in this lane. And frankly, also support for support. And your Vengeful Spirit recovers quite well, but so does your Nyx Assassin. You don't want Nyx Assassin with farm either, because Nyx Assassin now is going to be able to get a Blink Dagger early, and is able to be such a huge factor in teamfights. Oh, S cast admin. Hey, sorry about the coughing, sniffing, yawning, etc. I'm sick, and you know, when you do a lot of casts, I was casting yesterday until 4 in the morning, and then I apologize. I usually mute myself, but usually the mute button has been having issues, so that's why I haven't muted myself too much this game. But I do apologize. I don't want to ruin your experience of the game. I appreciate the feedback, really do. Death Sema, no, hit by the Maledict, careful. The Vendetta, he's gonna be able to make away. In fact, Proxy could just die here. They Vendetta him. Look at Proxy just throwing the spirits around like, nope, nope, get away from me, you bug, please. Because that Vendetta plus an Impale would have killed the Phoenix, and obviously that would have been a suicidal kill, and that's not a good idea. In fact, Death Sema's instead going to the top lane. And yeah, I do apologize for those, with any sounds you might hear. I don't mean to. Honestly, if it's a cough, I assure you it's escaping. I live in a very cold country, and I get sick often. Anyway, Masquerade, targeted. A good hook shot to prevent some of the damage, but the Omni Slash is already ready, and TMT was waiting for that hook shot. He knew that was going to happen. Very happy with that kill. Being pushed away with the cogs. No more mana, though. He has the Magic Stick, and the swap is going to bring him back, but this is not the best of ideas. The Magic Stick could just get him a Blade Fury. Sanke, though, knowing he's next to the shrine, is still fighting and goes into the Juggernaut. No Blade Fury yet, which is, again, a weird thing he did there, because he Magic Sticked, but he didn't use that Blade Fury to stop the Magic Missile, so he was very slow in his reaction time. Maybe a ping issue. In the bottom lane, though, the Puck gets a kill onto the Phoenix, silences him down, and completely gets that kill. Meanwhile, Masquerade in the bottom lane with a Rocket Flare and a hook shot. The hook shot is been wasted. So the idea is here, wait for your. Well, it wasn't wasted. It was wasted because he died anyway. But the idea is wait for your hook shot, then go on to Ponlo with a TP from some of your allies, because you do have to put some pressure in the early game. You have a Troll Warlord. You don't want to let the enemy team just run you over. It's not like you have the Medusa this time. But it seems like Nasty Potatoes have a complete domination of the early team. In fact, Masquerade, oh no, look at him go. He's just, his HP is dropping lower than the stock market in 1929. And with their Retribution, will get a kill against the Warlock with a double damage, ensuring this is a pretty swift kill. Paulo trying to evade this. In fact, great little 0 plus Jaunt, evading the Retribution, you know, the Assault Squad here with the double damage. And in the top lane, they even use the Monkey King ultimate. They're committing onto Sanke. It's only a Nyx Assassin in the Monkey King, though, but the Monkey King, almost at the level of Jingle Mastery, finally will activate it, and Impale is all they need, but they don't have this on cooldown right now. It's currently on cooldown. They missed the Impale. The Balance Strike is not available. Sanke will make it out alive. In fact, he's attacking him now. They know Spike Carpus is available, so he doesn't want to use the Magic Missile. In fact, he doesn't have enough mana. The Spike Carpus comes right at the right time, and Sanke will be stunned for just 1 second too little as the Rocket Flare comes in and finishes off this poor Nyx Assassin. Proxy, though, will be caught out by the Golem, so will be the Vengeful Spirit. She will die at the hands of the Monkey King, and Proxy will also die thanks to the damage from the Warlock. Again, Shadow Ward or Fatal Bonds, aren't entirely sure which. And no problem, S-casting. I'm not trying to excuse myself. I just really don't like when people... I hate it when a caster, you know, because of whatever reason, ruins the game for me. So I understand that feeling with other people. So I don't want to be that caster. So that's just my feeling. So appreciate the advice, really, or appreciate the comments. I like when the chat speaks a bit. Thank you, dude. And thank you for watching, as per usual. Now, in the mid lane, oh no, near the shrine, you see Retribution, and Death Style from behind is like, okay, this is a kill, right? This is a kill, guys. Am I crazy? You might be, because they're going on TMT. In fact, it's his carry that's being assaulted. They need a Balance Strike, but they haven't used it just yet. The Omniscience will come out and put Retribution in a bad position. However, Eden will die first, as Retribution has a lot of tank, and he can survive this for quite a while. The Nyx Assassin wants to get that kill. The Fatal Bonds are dealing so much damage. They should be able to kill Retribution just with the Fatal Bonds damage, but for now, Sanke somehow surviving and not taking that much damage. Going on to Crimson, they finally kill him off by accident, honestly, just because they're taking so much damage, their teammates can make a suicide. And if they just went on Sanke, they could kill him. But TMT receives the Magic Missile damage. Oh, the Paralyzing Cask. Please, Witch Doctor, go to the lottery, visit, and buy 10 tickets today, because you're winning the jackpot. Jesus Christ, what luck. It was 1 in 4 chance of stunning him twice, and he got it. The Juggernaut could not survive that. There was no way he could survive that. Okay, the Puck was wondering for a second what was happening, and there was a disconnection, so that didn't make sense. Ponlo playing really well, not being aggressive when the enemy team is all piled up. He has a Dream Coil in 2 seconds. I don't know if he was just waiting to Dream Coil or just being a good player, but this is what you should do. If you think the enemy team is disconnected, don't go on them. Anyway, that's pretty good. That's pause is unfortunate because Mongolz might have lost their electricity. This is the only thing that is sad about watching these tournaments, which is, you know, lower tier tournaments per se, not tier 1. And it's not because the players, I mean, the players themselves obviously need more experience and they need to get better, etc, etc. But oftentimes it's sad that you see orgs that just don't, you know, you can't have a team house or whatever, and Mongolz can suffer these issues, and they might even lose because of these issues. And it's sad because you don't want to watch this happen. You don't want to watch a team lose by disconnect. Because these teams are fighting for a dream too. And they are the new blood that's coming into the scene. They are the new blood that's coming into the scene. That's why ProDota Cup and other leagues like that really revitalized the Dota 2 scene. And if it wasn't for them, honestly, I don't know where Dota 2 would be. Because Dota 2 needs the small leagues for these people. Like, I want to see Crimson in International. I want to see Ponlo playing his puck in International. I want to see Ariuka winning the International for some reason with a Mongolian team. That'd be great. That'd be great. It's exciting. G1 ready? G1 ready. Woo! I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go, Paulo. 2 seconds for the Dream Coil. This could be big. They see him there, though. Oh, Waning Rift first. Dream Coil available. Gonna be used onto 3. No, they stun him right in time! The Boundless Strike comes onto 3, though. Fantastic Boundless Strike! Stopping the damage from Sanke and from Ariuka. Now comes the Dream Coil from a bit afar. And the Jingle Master has been triggered. Sanke using the swap kills off Ponlo. And the Fiery Spirits make it so that the Monkey King cannot hit anyone. Because his attack speed has been lowered to such a ridiculous degree. 120 attack speed reduction. Seems like Monkey King needs something to be able to deal with this Phoenix. This Phoenix has been playing wonderfully. That's what you to net worth. We see that even though Nasty Potatoes has been winning the early game, these constant plays by Mongolz have been equaling these team fights, and it's making it so that Nasty Potatoes are having a much harder time in terms of net worth, only winning by 2,000. And even though they have been getting their key items, the Vengeful Spirit and the Troll Warlord are not too far away from their counterparts in the enemy team, right? The mid laner Puck, so 600 difference between both of them, not a big deal. And the 2 carries, the Vengeful Spirit and the Juggernaut, not too big a difference either. Granted, Mongols again don't have the late game this time, so they really have to rely on winning the early game a bit sooner, but they do what they can, and right now they're not too far off, which is exactly what they should be looking for. Death Sama has a Vendetta and a Blink Dagger. A Blink Dagger in his inventory, so he wants to grab this Blink Dagger. And by doing so, he has to get kills. They do see him, though. That's unfortunate. The Bounty Rune will be reserved for him. Getting that extra amount of ganking power is very important, so that Blink Dagger has to come out now. That Nyx Assassin has really been destroyed coming the mid game because, you know, he went on his lane, but then he had to go gank other people, and that did not work out for Death Sama. At least not for now. He's probably planning, or right now he just wanted to get like some sort of, farm, honestly. He's not even going to go for the good kill. That Vendetta was more of a hopeful Vendetta, and instead going for the farm now, much better idea. Getting a Blink Dagger, getting better positioning, and then going in for the stuns onto the enemy team, especially Mongol. So, but especially against like the Witch Doctor and the Clockwork. TMT has in this one. Oh, did he just block a hook shot by accident? What a play! Omnislash comes out, and now the Blade Fury with the rock. They drop the base of the Masquerade, and he can't get out of this. Even the Fatal Bonds make it so that Retribution takes a huge amount of damage. Now the Sun, the Supernova from destroys Death Sama, but they manage to kill it off in time. The Boundless Strike under 3. They use the Monkey King ultimate, and that Wukong's command will start dealing quite a lot of damage to the enemy team. The Troll Warlord hasn't died, but he is bent on killing Sanke. For now, he just leaves his ultimate and decides to go on the backlines. Wait, the Puck actually found Retribution with a Dream Coil. That's exactly what they wanted. The Waiting Room to finish him off, and they get the kill, obliterating that Troll Warlord. And now they want to destroy Ariuka as well, but Ponlo has been selected as target of aggression with a Maledict onto him. They actually failed the Maledict. The Magic Missile is going to evade it. Good job, Ponlo. He should still be able to make it alive. Waiting Rift. Okay, he played way too cockily there. Way too cockily. He thought he could get away, and that was no way he was getting away from that. So, good job killing the Troll Warlord. Not good job dying. Ponlo, like I was saying, he's so used to playing out of his mind and much better than the enemy team. So then he plays, or he seems like he's playing badly because he plays overly aggressively. Because he's not that much better than Mongolz. It's true. Mongolz is a good team. And Nasty Potatoes don't have the option to really just, you know, go around them and make fun of them and play with them, essentially. Play in the metaphoric kind of making fun sense, not in the actually playing a game, right? So the idea is that Ponlo constantly dies in these kind of team fights because of those overextending aggressions, which is something that he has to fix as a player as the game goes on. But that's why the ProDota Cup is for. Well, and all other leagues and all other games in your life, that's what you're doing. I mean, you're a ProDota player. Fix your aggression, please. Right. Then someone's gonna find Retribution. Impale ready. Oh, Balance Strike used first. Good combination of stuns. Waiting Rift, and they have enough damage to finish him off. They didn't even need to commit that much to it. Hand of Midas now going on the Puck. Wow, Ponlo is really being an aggressive, or... I mean, it worked the first game, I suppose, so... It'll work this game, too. The Hand of Midas is a good idea on the Puck when you don't think that you're gonna... When the late game is good for you, and you can spare some gold onto something like a Hand of Midas, and you think you're gonna get to the 420 gold per minute, but... Right now, you don't seem to be getting any new items, or you don't need any new items, go for the Midas. Straight up. He didn't go for the Veil of Discord, which allowed him to get an early Blink Dagger. It makes it so Ponlo What else would you really need this game? Yo Scepter maybe to dispel the spirits at most, and that's the biggest thing you want. And an Aghanim Scepter actually to stop the BKBs from the Vengeful Spirit, because she's gonna go for BKBs eventually after Hurricane Pike and of the Troll Warlord. That Ag is really good on Puck. Another game, by the way, that I love, where the gold per minute of most everyone is below the 400 mark, even though the Juggernaut is above that mark. It's just because he's farming really well, not because this is what they intended. Honestly, both in SCA, every single team has lower GPM than the average teams because they just play such a street fighting style. It's wonderful to watch a game from SCA. That's why I love casting this region. It's just wonderful because it's like a street fight. Everyone wants to bring each other down and bring them into the mud and not let anyone else get high GPM. It's not about farming, it's about constantly fighting. After all, that's what Dota is. Reminds me of Russian style of Dota. And with that, TMT will be taking down this tower with the help of the Monkey King as well. Tower going his way. Mongolz themselves going up to the top tier 1, and this should be an easy tower for them. As the glyph has been activated and some rotation happening from Ponlo. This is a smoked up rotation, 420, and if they catch up the Phoenix, they can prevent the Supernova from happening. That's a good teamfight spell. However, Supernova is not that powerful, but catching out those Fire Spirits is also a very annoying, or is a very great thing, because they're super annoying. Oh, Dream Coil onto 2, Waning Rift only catching the Witch Doctor. They now want to use that Wukong's command, the Rock used to sacrifice onto the Vengeful Spirit. They managed to kill her off with an Omni Slash. The Sun has been used though, and there comes the Witch Doctor ultimate dealing so much damage. The Sun managed to come back from the dead, and the Phoenix from the ashes gets 2 kills and wants to get more. However, Ponlo is fighting head on with Masquerade. Now with the help of TMT, a bit harder to finish him off. Proxy does not have the Icarus dive, so he's not going to be able to run away from this Juggernaut's hits, and that upheaval from Crimson really turned that team fight around. Crimson, an MVP of that team fight, being able to Warlock or use the Golem onto the Vengeful Spirit to get a guaranteed kill with the Omni Slash, and then later on the upheaval to stop the Phoenix from being an annoying nuisance. Fantastic. Supernova that was really effective onto both Nyx Assassin and Monkey King, but mostly because that Waning Rift failed and did not hit the Phoenix as they were intended to. Obviously, the Waning Rift wanted to hit the Phoenix and the Warlock, but instead, not the Warlock. Obviously, what they wanted to do is hit the Phoenix and the Witch Doctor with the Waning Rift, so he could silence them and prevent both ultimates. But he couldn't hit the Phoenix with it, and a Supernova gave enough leeway for the Witch Doctor to use his ultimate. The worst part is that the Waning Rift is great for canceling Death Ward, but you don't want to use it on Witch Doctor preemptively, whereas you do want to use it on the Supernova preemptively. What does that mean? Well, it's actually an interesting concept, and this is why the dual supports for this duo of supports for the Mongolz works pretty well against silences. Because think of it this way: when do you want to silence the Phoenix? Before the Supernova comes out. So in the beginning of the team fight, right? Because that's usually when the Supernova will come out for the most part, you know, for most Phoenixes. Right. When do you want to silence the Witch Doctor? Because his ultimate is so easy to use, either you kill him during the silence in the beginning of the team fight, which is hard to do because you don't really want to use resources on the Witch Doctor, or alternatively, you wait for his ultimate, for his Death Ward, a low cooldown ultimate, mind you, so he'll use it pretty liberally, and then Waning Rift it, or stun it, or whatever, and stop that ultimate from happening. So you have 2 completely different timings to stop 2 supports. And you can't waste more than 1 ability or 2 at most on supports and their stupid ultimates, which is what is actually gaining Mongolz the slight edge they have in teamfights where they actually manage to get 2 or 3 kills. It's because of those kind of great plays and that great drafting, by the way. Oh, Courier's dead. No! 5 HP! That Courier survives! And Ponlo, learning not to play so aggressively, decides to leave that teamfight immediately. Right, Retribution, taking down some ancient creeps, getting a bit more farm for them. Just sorry about that again, making sure that when you hear me typing, it's just me making sure that the stream is going well and everything of the sort. So, apologies, I don't mean to stop casting, but regardless. We see what's happening in the game, which is Nasty Potatoes are winning, but similar to the second game, they're not winning by too much. However, this time, they're not up against a Medusa. And this is good, because last game, the issue Nasty Potatoes has was that they can't really close the game. They have a hard time closing the game, and Mongolz identified that and went for a Medusa, in addition to it being a good pick last draft. This game, though, Mongolz doesn't need to close the game as quickly. They can play, or Nasty Potatoes doesn't need to close the game as quickly. They can play a bit more liberally, per se. And that Puck pick does not get as punished by picks like Troll Warlord, Vengeful Spirit. Because they do have 2 carries, but your late game is fine. The Puck deals a ridiculous amount of physical or magical damage in the late game, and your Juggernaut is a great pick anyway. So, They don't have like minute 40 you're going to lose. They can still keep on pushing, putting a bit of pressure. And the team fight as well from Mongolz is not as powerful, right, as last game. They don't have that stone gaze that helped you so much. Only a hook shot, which mind you is a decent ability for a team fight, but it has been really phased out this game. And you're fighting against a Wukong's Command, a Dream Coil, and sorry, not Supernova, and an Omni Slash, and a Chaotic Offering. It's almost impossible to do that. You really can't win those team fights. If they hit you properly with any of those skills, or with most of those skills, then you're dead. Good thing that they did though, Mongolz, and I like this by them, is that they're taking objectives, they're utilizing that Troll Warlord correctly to take objectives whenever they can. And look, they're not wasting time with his Aegis up. They already will go onto the tower. However, the Diffusal Blade, ooh, Sanke, great swap. Oh, but the Golem from the Warlock. Now the Wukong's Command and a beautiful Boundless Strike. They destroy Masquerade first. Sorry, they destroy the Masquerade first, and they're gonna go now Witch Doctor, killing him next. Sanke will fall off, and the Troll Warlord has lost his Aegis. They want to go onto the Supernova, but that Phoenix is just a bit too tanky within that egg. However, Retribution will now be Diffusal Bladed and stunned up. Nope, no need for the stun. Actually, he lost all his mana. He's only trying to kill Eden, but the upheaval is making him go so slow that he might as well be going in slow motion. That was a horrendous joke. Nasty Potatoes, though, take 4 and don't lose absolutely anything because, again, of these insane team fights they had. Chaotic Offering. A Chaotic Offering fantastically. The Diffusal Blade used well in that team fight to just stop a Troll Warlord in the beginning, getting a really good upheaval. Those upheavals have been on point, like Crimson, by the way, have been on point. It's like he's seeing the future and he knows exactly where they're going to fight, and he does things accordingly, so really good. And TMT, with his Manta style, is going to start pushing this tower up. I mean, he has the Diffusal Blade to give him stats, and the Manta style to give him the illusions if he needs to push towers, so it's actually quite easy. Oh, dispel the Solar Crest onto him. Ooh, really good stop by Sanke, but she might have sacrificed herself for the life of a support. That's not what you wanted to do, Sanke. And now they're going to kill a support anyway. They go into the Witch Doctor Ponlo, thinking maybe it's not good to go that into the base. So instead, they're going to leave. That's a good idea. However, Sanke is dead, just for sacrificing himself for a support's life. That is not good. That feels terrible. You swapped yourself, and the Witch Doctor's like, why? Why? I just meant to die. Oh, what a terrible play. Leave. Leave the game. That was horrendous. Bye. Oh, actually, that was a great hook shot. He's dead. So they make him leave. And TNT, now the Death Ward comes out. Death Ward is not the bestly positioned Death Ward, only attacks illusions instead. Everyone else should be able to make it out alive. The Troll Warlord, though, is trying to find this Warlock. In comes Eden from behind, trying to help him, but it's really hard without Boundless Strike. Crimson is having a really hard time. That Solar Crest is helping him out considerably. Not a Shadow Ward. They help from the Dagon. They silence the Troll Warlord, and they want to finish him off, but of course, with only Diffusal Blade... Actually... They could have used the Omni Slash there, but it was a bit too risky. Monkey King, meanwhile, manages to get a kill in the mid lane against Proxy. I actually didn't even see how that happened. That's insane. Omni Slash now comes out in the backlines. Why are you having two fights at the same time? I can't capture both with a camera. The Paralyzing Cask stuns both of them. That is such an annoying Paralyzing Cask. He just bounces between the Juggernaut and the Crystal Maiden with the Malady to finish out the Juggernaut. And now the Clockwork is trying to find that kill onto Eden. He used the Solar Crest onto him, and he has the Rocket Flare in 1 more second to see where he is at. Great Cogs, punishing Eden's attack. Now the Dust being committed onto the next assassin, but Boundless Strike will hit too, and in the end, they'll let Eden go. No, next assassin, just showing off his Impale. That was a good team fight for Mongolz. In fact, getting the kill on the Juggernaut very important. He wasted his Omni Slash a bit too late, and it just went among a lot of people. I don't know why a lot of Juggernauts play, I mean, obviously, he knows what to do, but in that situation, I think he panicked for a second, and he thought, I'm gonna use my Omni Slash for a better team fight. After all, it's a really powerful spell. It's level 3. Omni Slash has 9 whole hits, and when Mongolz does, well, Mongolz should not be able to withstand that much damage. However, the issue he had there is that in a team fight with a lot of people, if they know how to play well against an Omni Slash, they just forget about it completely and destroy you. And just, you know, spread the damage between everyone and don't lose absolutely anything. So, Nasty Potatoes won't be getting much out of that engagement because of that Omni Slash. That was a bit... I mean, I like to play it first against a Troll Warlord, saying, oh, I'm gonna keep my Omni Slash because it's a bit too risky, but he should have just used it then and tried to kill him. I mean, as soon as you see a kill, go, 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 go. That's how you play Dota nowadays. Have you seen Virtus Pro play? They play exactly that way. Why didn't they let them 2-0? They just want to lose. Why are you so negative? Mongolz is definitely not gonna lose, or definitely not guaranteed to lose right now. It's a game for both teams, honestly. The Vengeful Spirit has a great late game, so does the Troll Warlord. Troll Warlord has a decent late game. Vengeful Spirit has a great late game, because you can go for very expensive items and it benefits her a lot. Sure, you have less team fight, granted, but it's not bad against what Nasty Potatoes has, and the puck will fall off a bit. If they keep getting if they can keep getting team fights that are good and keep taking objectives to throw Warlord, you can capitalize on team fights much more than the team can. And that's an important factor. We'll talk about it in a second. Oh, Paralyzing Cask comes out. This might have not been the wisest Paralyzing Cask. Yep, Balance Strike happens. They want to kill this Witch Doctor. Diffusal Blade already committed to this. Only one charge left. Do you really want to fight with only one charge to Diffusal Blade? Not really. Has to lock it and buy the recipe. He needs to buy the recipe. He's been wasting those Diffusal Blade charges left and right, and it's not been beneficial to him. But like I was saying, honestly, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. It's because the guys from Mongolz, as soon as they win a team fight, they can capitalize on objectives much more than Nasty Potatoes can. Sure, the Warlock is considered a pusher by some idiots, but in reality, he's not that great of a pusher because the Golem either dies in the team fight because you've committed it to dealing damage in the team fight. That's why you use the Warlock nowadays. Or alternatively, the Golem is not really that great against pushing towers either, honestly. The Troll Warlord is much better at pushing towers than the Golem is. So he's going to outpush you every time, and if they get a team fight, they can take a tier 3, tier 4, whatever, and win the game that way. Or tier 2, tier 3, and then barracks, probably. Whereas Nasty Potatoes still have the team fight advantage. So the whole point of Mongolz is, can we win a team fight against this team fight heavy team? Because if we do, we get a better deal out of it. But if we don't, then well, we're screwed because they're gonna just destroy us. Obviously, if you win enough team fights, even if you don't get much out of them, you eventually win the game anyway. So that's the point to be made. It's definitely depending on the drafts. It's not really even a mistaken execution, or it's not even really weird execution by any of those teams. They're actually playing pretty well. Out of the 3 games, I would actually say that Nasty Potatoes is probably playing their best in this game. Pawnlo especially really learned from his previous mistakes and playing the puck we're also used to. Whereas Mongolz as well has really recovered from that first game, which was a bit wishy-washy for this team. In fact, it seemed at times that they didn't really know what they were doing. Now, that's not. You cannot say that about Mongolz anymore. Oh, great swap with the Hurricane Pike, catching Aiden. Actually, not the best swap, but they just wanted to stop him. In fact, from the backlines, they actually catch Crimson. They stop the rock from happening. Then they want to go on to Eden, but they have no vision of him, and that swap came a bit too early. Maybe they wanted to stop the tree dance, obviously, and that's understandable. But I think maybe the Hurricane Pike then swap. They just. Hey, maybe just swap straight up. Want to put him in a better position. That's a pretty long range. I don't think they could have caught him, so he just decided to use Hurricane Pike and use swap as soon as he could. But he should have shift clicked instead, so you can swap as immediately whenever you can. And then Hurricane Pike in the middle. So actually, you select swap, you try to swap into them, and then you Hurricane Pike yourself. And then I think the swap should activate as soon as you can, or as soon as you have vision of him. Ooh, this is a good gank though. Nasty Potatoes. They have lost their Warlock, but they don't seem to have lost their Spirit. As they're gonna try to find Roxy. Oh, the Waning Rift does not miss, but the Impale does. They're gonna find the Witch Doctor though. Easy kill onto Ariuka. It should be an easy kill. Basher to bash him. There's no more Death Ward. They have to get rid of it. Finally, Death Ward's gone. Jesus. And Masquerade still available. Oh, now comes the Phoenix. And then there's the counter initiation from Mongolz. They catch it just a simple Monkey King as a support for a support. But Sanka comes in with a swap, puts TMT in a difficult position, or maybe just herself, as TMT is ready to fight this with an Omniscience. She comes out and is gonna start dealing a lot of damage with both the Phoenix, the Vengeful Spirit, and now the Clockwork. In the backlines though, Masquerade is cleaning up the floor as Pawnlo is being pursued by him, but Death Sama is determined to kill the Phoenix, even stops the Hurricane Pike from this Vengeful Spirit. You'll center himself so he can blink away, and Death Sama will survive. In the backlines, Pawnlo is fighting Retribution as well, but decides, yep, we're not going to keep on fighting this. It seems like it's not as easy for Nasty Potatoes anymore. The guys from Mongolz are starting to regain their footing, and it's not that you cannot just roll them over anymore. For now, Nasty Potatoes are losing a lot of engagement that they should be winning, and this team and this game, I mean, it's just so intense because anyone could win. It's actually a lot of pressure on both teams. So, I like when the games are this close. Oh, they're going to go on to the Phoenix, Dagon, they're going to find him out, good Dream Coil, and Retribution. It's a worthy Dream Coil. It's a low cooldown spell, honestly. And Retribution was going to kill you if he finds you, so good on them to leave. What? That's how. No, do not stay there. Do not stay there against Masquerade. Good job for leaving. Oh. What? Did he just blink? Did he just blink and sunk his face? And the hookshot misses even. Jesus Christ. There's someone just immune to pain, apparently. Meanwhile, the puck is trying to finish off his Dagon. Level 3. I think he has level 4 as well on the curve, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, increases the range as well, which is nice. Now, Eden and the trees. Oh. Careful, they've been hit by the magic missile, also paralyzing cask, and now they see him with a rocket flare. They're gonna force him out. Oh, the troll warlord is very determined, already activating his BKB way too early in the team fight, in my opinion. The rock comes out, and now there's a counter initiation, this time from Nasty Potatoes, catching out Clockwork and finishing him off with a Blade Fury, and now they only have to finish off Retribution. That's the whole point. They have an Omnissiah available though, and they're gonna start slicing and dicing this man. Only 2 hits of Omnissiah were needed there to get the valuable kill onto the enemy carry. Now Crimson suffering a lot of damage to the Maledict, and they even get a kill in the backlines against the Monkey King, yes, with a Sunray. But TMT is ready to finish off the last 2 heroes of Mongolz and get that so very wanted team wipe. Now they stun the Phoenix by accident because Death Sama uses the spike carpers very efficiently, and the Dagon will finish off the Vengeful Spirit mid Hurricane Pike. Now that's a free Roshan and a team wipe for Nasty Potatoes. They go onto the Roshan now and should be getting the Aegis onto the Juggernaut. That is fantastic for them. They are more than ready for this. We have a 2-minute delay. Dark Rain 2. That is a Roshan taken by Nasty Potatoes. TMT on his back with the Roshan, and he's very happy with this, how this is going. Anyway, the point is, or what I was trying to say is, we have 2-minute delay. We have 2-minute delay. That's the delay that we traditionally put in, so just 2 minutes. Like I think the Watch Dota tab should be around the same. I at least put 2 minutes. I'm the admin, so if it's not, then it's clearly a bug in Dota. There might be a bit more delay because Smashcast does actually put a bit extra delay on the stream, but I'm not entirely certain. Paula got a kill here with Dream Coil, but not really that big a deal. It's only a Witch Doctor, honestly. They keep trying to kill him to get rid of his Death Ward, but without the Aghanim's, then Witch Doctor is kind of useless. That Death Ward is not that great. They're also trying to get rid of the healing. I keep saying Death Ward, but obviously that healing is also very important. And the Paralyzing Cast can be bothersome in teamfights. Very bothersome in teamfights. I like the Death Someone's playing, so wow, is he going for the E-Blade? Is he going to go for the 40 agility? I mean, E-Blade's not bad against a Troll Warlord in general. Actually, don't go for the 40 agility, go for the 120 gold per minute, but I like this creative build. E-Blade plus Dagon, I mean, who says that you have to be on the same hero? E-Blade's also coming out on the puck, and they're really good against a Troll Warlord and against a Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, Vengeful Spirit has Magic Missile, so you can't really... So E-Blade is not that powerful on her, but the Troll Warlord has nothing, only the Worldling Axis, which is not that great on the spell. Magic Missile is a bit stronger, especially if she went for the extra damage. She did not. She'd go for extra 8 all stats. So yeah, so they're gonna punish her with E-Blade pretty hard. Oh wow, what is that someone doing? What is the plan here? Okay, are you spike carpusing? Is it the plan? Swap. Spike carpusing already used. Sanka stuns himself. They want to keep the Nyx in place though. That's someone using the Ghost Scepter. Realizes this might have been a bad idea. He has to dispel the Maledict onto himself. He stalls the Ghost Scepter and the healing for the healing ward, so he should be okay. Not 2 seconds, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 1 second, guys. That's a package. Luckily, missing no part of that game. And Nasty Potatoes will be just organizing themselves in the mid lane, maybe going to the Witch Doctor. Oh, seems like an easy stun. Balance strike to finish him off. There it is. TMT comes in at the last second, gets that kill. Retribution though wants to fight, and he wants to fight against Nyx Assassin. Screw the Ghost Scepter, he says. Now going on to TMT, they take away his Aegis, and that Monkey King's ultimate Wukong's command is set there only to zone out the Troll Warlord apparently, so they can't kill the Juggernaut. In he comes to the Omnissiah, wants to turn the Troll Warlord into sushi, but he's turned into the wrong hero, going on to the Vengeful Spirit instead, killing off the Phoenix now. TMT is spinning his way to the victory, but I think he has no teammates left. Puck, where did you go? This whole team fight, he's just in the middle of it trying to kill off Masquerade, but without the damage necessary to actually finish him off. And Nasty Potatoes will lose 2 for the 2 in Mongolz, but losing that Aegis is much more valuable than even your support. Screw your supports, who cares? That Aegis is the Juggernaut who's winning you the game. And currently, Mongolz just lost a... Sorry, Nasty Potatoes just lost a very valuable Aegis there. With this, Sanke will be able to continue this push ever so slightly in the mid lane, trying to regain some of the farm lost, especially because of these constant team fights. They don't have the best GPM. This Vengeful Spirit has been more of a team fight hero than anything, and I commend her for her effort. She almost has 400 GPM, which is pretty good, but that is really bad at 35 minutes in if you're a carry. I mean, she went for Midas. That's a recovery Midas, mind you guys. That's not a, oh, look at me, I got a Midas to minute 10. Look at me, I'm so cool. Instead this time they actually went for a recovery Midas to allow her to, you know, do something in the mid lane and in the mid game, and to have a better late game, obviously, which is necessary for a Vengeful Spirit. Yes, I know you're your talents are really good, and your stat gain is one of the best in the game. If not, I think actually Vengeful Spirit in terms of total stats might be the best in the game. Because 3.3 agility, 2.65 strength is so good per level. So in the late game, you're actually doing really well. The best part about this is that ever since they removed the stats, you know, the stat points you can get, the stat gain matters even more because there's no other way of getting stats besides items. So that actually makes a much bigger difference between someone who has, for example, a 3.3 agility per level than someone like Monkey King, or someone like Juggernaut has a 2.6 or 2.4. Yeah, 2.4 per level. And that makes a huge difference now. And you can notice this if this does go late game, where even though Mongolz seem to be losing, they actually can have complete control over the team fights just by some good itemizations and by good positioning by the Troll Warlord and the Vengeful Spirit. Now, Nyx Assassin with a Vendetta comes in from behind. It's not going to find anyone. In fact, they have a sentry. They have a gem. Yeah, they have a gem. And Nyx Assassin just saw them de-ward a ward and does not seem to care. He just is walking around. The Clockwork has a gem. In fact, this is a trap. He's going into the Clockwork, the Boundless Strike, the E-Blade, the Dagon combo. The puck deals so much magical damage. And in comes the Impale, only to stop the attack from the Vengeful Spirit. Also, the Wukong's Command. That's a great zone out spell, but what are they going to do? They might actually kill the Phoenix in the middle of this Wukong's Command. Has to use the Hurricane Pike or the Force Step to save himself. The Nyx Assassin had to sacrifice his life, though, for this trap combo. I don't know if it was worth it. Nyx for Clockwork isn't going to be good enough because Eden already died and the Supernova is wasted by the Phoenix. The rest of Nasty Potatoes want to fight, but Paulo is in a coma right now. He's about to die. You don't really want to fight here, even with the Healing Ward helping him out. Oh, there's a Shadow Ward, Healing Ward. Okay, maybe I was wrong. That's actually a lot of healing. That's a ridiculous amount of healing. Jesus Christ, Paulo's back to full health. That's an ambulance you're carrying around in the form of a Warlock and a Juggernaut. It's weird that the Juggernaut, such an aggressive carry, has a Healing Ward. Interesting design. Oh well, Sunken. Why were you there? Why were you behind the Nasty Potatoes team? That's such an easy guaranteed kill for Nasty Potatoes. I mean, he has buyback so he can play them more aggressively, granted, but as you can see, this is anyone's game at this point. It's 40 minutes, and even though net worth is completely in Nasty Potatoes' favor, it is actually not that much in their favor because of the fact that the guys from Mongolz can still get good team fights. It's not even mistakes, it's just about making, initiating you, or knowing that you have the better initiation, bar you have the better counter initiation, and then acting upon it. In this case, the better initiation comes from Nasty Potatoes. Let's look at that Phoenix. He's silenced and turned into a green blob of death. Paulo was even playing for him at the end. Could have attacked him a bit sooner, but just preventing some of the damage to the creeps, saying, you know what, he used this pipe. Okay, I'll attack him physically. I won't even use any other spells on him. Boom. And Paulo gets that kill. Important to get the kill on the Phoenix. That Supernova has been an annoyance all game. And Death-sama here might find out Yuka. Why is he still playing aggressively? At this point in the game, the only region where you actually see a Nyx Assassin trying to solo kill someone with an E-Blade, mind you, at 38 minutes in, that's SCA. No play styles. And he gets punished. I mean, that's surprising. There's a reason why they don't do it anywhere else. Death-sama is in the middle of those cogs. There's no way he can walk away from these balancing cast. Maledict too. But the rock comes in, and this might have been a perfect counter initiation from the guys at the Napo. It was what they expected the whole time. They take away the Witch Doctor. No more Death Ward. Not going to the Clockwork as well, but Masquerade will be able to make it out alive. They don't want to lose that Monkey King's or the Wukong's command. However, Retribution might go down to the Dagon. That puck is blowing up people left and right, and they already took down a carry, and they force a buyback. No, they haven't forced a buyback on the Vengeful Spirit, yes. But they might lose the Vengeful Spirit in the top lane. That's okay. Venge is running away from the assault that is Nasty Potatoes. And these last two engagements did not go any well for Mongolz, losing the Vengeful Spirit twice in a very weird manner. They do have buyback, but you know, you don't want to waste them right now. However, you'll be forced to. There's no other way of defending this. Even with the fiery spirits, they can always Blade Fury them away. There's the buybacks coming from Troll and the Vengeful Spirit. This could be the final fight. The Troll Warlord is already TPing in. The Boundless Strike does not hit anyone, and the Omnibus comes out of Masquerade. They want to rip this robot to shreds, and he'll even carry it to the little bird. They're gonna make chicken out of him. However, the bird still alive. Phoenix hitting pretty hard into this Nyx Assassin. It's gonna be a Dream Coil catching Retribution that might signal his death, but the Supernova with an Aghanim's catches him in and will revive him back from the ashes. There's the Troll Warlord coming on with Proxy, and that's not going to be anyone dying from Mongolz except for the Clockwork. That was a buyback that was worth it. However, TMT comes back in. He does not care about the Supernova. He minds not this Phoenix attack. He actually just takes down the Vengeful Spirit with his powerful Blade Fury, and now wants to save the Retribution. No, there's no way. What are you doing, Retribution? You're fighting against 4. This whole team has got you cornered, and Nasty Potatoes will be taking the 2 carries for a double kill. That's a dieback for both of them. And Paulo is just here creating some space, trying to go on out of Yuka. This is time time for the Rex to go down. They're gonna go onto everything. Paulo goes in with a cannon. He's made his own shotgun. Why play Morphling when we can play Puck, he says, as he goes for the E-Blade Dagon straight up. And now gonna finish off this tower in the bottom lane. Only thing left is Proxy, and he's just vomiting Sun Rays left and right, trying to defend these towers from the enemy attack. But of course, it's really difficult to play this way, because as soon as they catch you, they just finish you off. And the only reason why they're not going onto him is because the Puck, they didn't have his Dagon on, his Dagon off cooldown. Also, he's almost out of mana. So in the end, Nasty Potatoes take 2 lane of Rex for free. They've also forced 2 diebacks, which is fantastic. And they might just want to team fight this. There it is. Why are you going so close, Proxy? That's just guaranteeing a Dream Coil, and the Puck just gets a double Dream Coil, kills off the Witch Doctor with a Dagon, just snipes him out of the way, and now they force the buyback into the Phoenix. They're going to take another lane of Rax, and they already used the Wukong's command. Can they take the last lane of Rax and ensure the win for this game by taking the Mega Creeps from Nasty Potatoes? We don't know yet. But the Butterfly and the Juggernaut certainly helping to do this. The Basher is also available for TMT. Oh, is that? Okay. And then it comes the Clockwork. Good hook shot. Might catch out the Warlock. Lock in 1 second. Can he use it in time? No, he uses Fatal Bonds instead. He has to buy back and come in to join the team fight. This might be the last team fight here. They even lost the gem. Mongolz is actually making a defense worthwhile, because Eden is... Oh, no. Eden is not dead, actually. Eden might survive. Oh, Rocket Flare. That was such an epic escape that ended up in nothing, because Clockwork just... Why'd you have to be so anticlimactic about that? Masquerade, you could have just, you know, force-staffed yourself to him, like, oh, I battery assaulted him with a force-staff, but instead they just rocket flare. Oh well, that was a better play. Anyway, they managed to defend his Mega Creeps, which is important, and we already spoken about how Mongolz can always win the game, but of course, with a 31,000 net worth deficit, up against a Juggernaut and a Puck, and a Puck that has an E-Blade as well onto you, is so hard to do so. This Puck is, yeah, it's the 30... Yeah, look at that graph go. What I love most about these graphs is that in any other region you would not see this whole part in the bottom covered. But in SCA there are more kills per minute than there are, you know, respawns. And Nasty Potatoes will be getting a very, very good engagement today. Be able to take those 2 lanes of Rax allows them to secure their position, now going for the Shrines. But again, a bad team fight, a single bad move, a mistake, could put them in such a difficult position that Troll Warlord can come back. They really need to get that Medusa pick next time. Yeah, the fights are like 50-50. Thank you, Dark Rain. You seem to be listening. But it's still hard because, I mean, now they lose Rax, even though the fights are 50-50, and you can technically capitalize more on fights because of the Troll Warlord, you don't have much of a farming power. And the worst part about it, ironically, is that not getting Mega Creeps... Yes, it saves you the way, or it allows you to obviously come back because you're not fighting against Mega Creeps, your base won't be pushed as much. But Mega Creeps give more gold than Super Creeps, so you have no way of coming back right now because the gold Super Creeps gives is really small. And now all they need to do is get one last team fight and win the game. There's no buybacks on anyone, and that's a double smoke. Smoke versus smoke, just fighting head on. It's like football American collision. But instead, oh, the Amethyst will come out on 2, and actually they're going to destroy the Witch Hunter already with a Dagon E-Blade. That shotgun is working wonders for them as the Wukong's command comes out with a Boundless Strike, catching out Proxy in a difficult position. They force out the Sun, and TMT is just guaranteed to kill the Supernova. And now they're going to Retribution. He's lost all his mana. He's been Yule Scepter up. He's been stunned out by the Juggernaut, but the swap from Sanke gives them one last chance to win this game. They go into the Witch Doctor, stop his Death Ward from happening, and now Masquerade with the Cogs is only to zone out a bit of the enemy team. His Blade Mail is quite powerful, so they don't want to attack him right now, but Maple is doing so well that they don't even care about Mongol's attack. In fact, they're just going to take the Rax. They can lose Ponlo here. Phase shift in the last second. A beautiful Impale. Catches the 2. There's the Portrol Warlord down, and I think the Vengeful Spirit will follow the same path of death. No, she'll survive thanks to the Shrine, and it's actually the Clockwork sacrificing herself for this, but the good game will come out anyway. Masquerade says, please, this is enough. 43,000 net worth difference. Our carries are dead. We just want to go home and cry after this defeat, because Nasty Potatoes, you took us for a long ride, and it was a good one because it ended in their victory. Nasty Potatoes taking this best of 3, 2-1. Mongolz apparently can win the late game, but only when a Medusa is present in their game. Otherwise, Nasty Potatoes just take the execution and shove it down the throats. Honestly, it was fantastically well executed by Nasty Potatoes. Very well played by Ponlo, showing us why he's one of the best Pucks in the world and why they only pick him that hero. Seriously, just start banning the Puck for Ponlo. That's it, guys. That is the game for today. There's no more games for today for the SCA region. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 CEST, or what is equal to 12 SGT, I believe. No, 4 SGT, 4 in the afternoon SGT, Singapore time, or alternatively 10 CEST for the next match of the SCA region, particularly the playoffs. My name's been DSwordfish. Hope you've enjoyed the cast. I will post my Twitter if you did enjoy the cast, so feel free to follow me there. And if you didn't enjoy the cast, feel free to tell me why. I always appreciate feedback. It's great. It's the only way to improve. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more Dota 2, and I'll see you guys next time.